Welcome to MRL. In this learning session, we'll be learning about decimals. Now, what is a decimal? A number which has three parts: whole part, decimal point, decimal part, or decimal fraction is a decimal. For example, 32.25. 32 is the whole part, point is a decimal point, and 25 is the decimal part. So therefore, any number which has these three parts is a decimal number. Now, as we have learned earlier, or we know already, that every number can be written using a place value chart. Now, every digit of a number has a face value and a place value. So this is the place value chart of the numbers, whether it's only the whole part or the decimal number. Now let us understand this. Now the place value chart of decimals is starting from the units place, tens place, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and so on. And we have the decimal point here, and to the right of decimal point we have got the 10th part, the 100th part, and the 1000th part, and so on. Now for understanding this, let us take an example. We have a number here, 32,522.356. Now 6 is this 356, the place value of 6 is the 1000th part, fifth this is the 100th part, and that is the place value. Here we have got units place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, and 10,000 place. Therefore the number is 32,522.356. Now, having understood, or we know that the value of each digit is equal to face value into place value, we can write the expanded form of any given number. Now, for example, the expanded form of the decimal number 485.367 is 4 into its place value, that is 4 into 100 is 400, 8 into 10 is 80, 5 into 1 is 5, and the point, as it is, it is the decimal point 3, and its place value is 110. So 3 by 10, 6, the place value is 100, therefore it is 6 by 100, and 7, it is 7 by 1000. So when we rewrite them as 485, and 3 by 10 is 0.3, 6 by 100 is 0.06, and 7 by 1000 is 0.007. When we add them, we get again 485.367. So this is the expanded form of the given decimal number. To get the expanded form, each digit is multiplied. That means the face value of the digit is multiplied. The face value of the digit is multiplied by its face value. The place value is multiplied by its face value. The place value is here 1, and the face value is 5. And remember that is 5 into 1 is 5. 8 is the digit in the tens place, therefore 8 into 10 is 80, and 4 is in the hundreds place, therefore 4 into 100 is 400, and that is how we write the expanded form of decimals. So please remember that. Now let us take another example. 0.693, we don't have the whole part here. The decimal part would be 6 into 1/10, that is 6 by 10, 9 into 1 by 100, that is 9 by 100, 3 into 1 by 1000, that is 3 by 1000. So 6 by 10 is 0.6, 9 by 100 is 0.09, and 3 by 1000 is 0.003. When we add this, we get 0.693. Rather, this is the expanded form of 0.693. So to write the expanded form, just multiply the digit, the face value, with its place value, and then we get the expanded form of it. Also, we can write the expanded form in exponential method, which we'll be learning later. So now let us go further. Now, how do we read a decimal number? The decimal number, let us understand with an example here. 1.73, this is 1 and point and 73, and therefore it is 1.73. This is 89, so please remember the whole part is 89, and decimal point 451. Please remember, it is not 451, it is 451. So 89.451, 89.451. We don't read it as 89.451. It is not a correct method of reading a decimal. The whole part is read as 89, but the decimal part is always read as individual digits, that is 451. Therefore the number is 89.451. Please remember that. Now fractions as decimals. If you are given a fraction and if you are asked to convert it into a decimal number, then 1 by 2, we can directly divide 1 by 2 and get the value 0.5. But here another method is change the denominator, convert into 10. That means 1 by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5 to 2, we get 5 into 2 is 10, 5 into 1 is 5, and therefore 5 by 10 becomes 0.5. It is very simple. 0, so the decimal point comes after one place, and therefore it is 0.5. 1 by 8 into 125, 8 into 125 becomes 125 by 1000. There are 3 zeros here. Place the decimal point after 3 places. The answer is 0.125. We can even get this value by dividing 1 by 8 by long division method. Now decimals as fractions. Now you are given a decimal number here, we have to convert into fraction. Now 2.75 multiplied by 100, there are 2 decimal places here, so multiply by 100 with 2 zeros, that is 100 divided by 100, that is 100, so you get 275 by 100, therefore 275 by 100 is 11 upon 4. We can simplify it, we get 11 upon 4. Okay, so please remember this. Okay, this is the method of converting a decimal number into a fraction. Similarly here we have we get 11 by 4 by taking the HCF of 275 and 100 and dividing it by the HCF, we get 11 by 4. Now 3.625 is 3625 by 1000. There are therefore, because there are 3 places here in decimal part, therefore I have taken 3 zeros here, that is 1000, and when I simplify it by dividing 3625 by 1000 by the HCF, I get 29 by 8, and that is the fraction part of fraction of 3.625, and that is how we convert a decimal into fractions. Now mixed fractions as decimals. We have a fraction here which is a mixed fraction, 1 integer 5 by 10, converting it into improper fraction, that means 10 1 the 10 plus 5 is 15 by 10, 15 by 10, only 1 0 is there, therefore it is 1.5. Or we can even go by another method. 1 is the whole part, take only the fractional part, 5 by 10, 5 by 10 is 0.5, add 1 and 0.5 get 1.5. Another example, 5 integer 2 by 100, that is 5 plus 2 by 100, 2 by 100 is 0.02, therefore the sum, that means the conversion is 5.02. That is how we convert a mixed fraction into decimals. Now we are given here the expanded form, and we want to convert this into decimal, what you call find the decimal value of that. Yes, decimal value of that. 60 plus 7 plus 4 by 10 plus 1 by 100 plus 8 by 1000. 60 is 60 only, 7 is 7, 4 by 10 becomes 0.4, 7 by 100 is 0.07, and 8 by 1000 is 0.008. Remember, 1 0, 1 decimal point, 2 zeros, decimal point comes after 2 places, 3 zeros, the decimal point comes after 3 places, and add these now. It is 60 plus 7 is 67, adding 0.4, 0.07, 0.008, we get 67.478. Therefore the decimal number is 67.478. the expanded form is converted into a decimal number. Therefore the number is 67.478. Now, like decimals, the decimals having the same number of decimal places are like decimals. Now what does this mean? Now here if you see, 375 are 3 decimal places here, 024 has 3 decimal places here, 970 also has 3 decimal places here. Therefore the number 5.375, 0.024, 18.970 all have 3 digits after decimal point or 3 decimal places. Okay, therefore they are all like they are all called as like decimals. Therefore remember that decimals having the same number of decimal places are like decimals, and all of them have 3 decimal places. Now if you observe here, the 5.37, there are 2 decimal places, 6.025 3 decimal places, and 23.0345 4 decimal places. That means there are 2 decimal places here, 3 decimal places here, and 4 decimal places here. So decimal places are different, therefore they are unlike decimals. The decimals having unlike decimal places are called unlike decimals. Now conversion of unlike to like decimals. Now we have 0.83, which is and 8.7, 14.32 and 97.585. They are all unlike. Now convert them into like decimal places, now add 0 here, it becomes 0.830, add 2 zeros here, it becomes 8.700, then add 1 0 here, it becomes 14.320, add nothing here, that is no 0 to be added here because the 3 decimal places here. So all of them have been converted into 3 decimal places, and they have been converted, that means unlike decimals have been converted into like decimals just by adding 0 wherever we find they are unlike. So please remember that. Now comparing decimals. Now if you are given 2 decimals and you are asked to compare, now let us take an example here, 24.561, 24.165. Start comparing the digits from left to right. 2 is there, 2 is there, that means we cannot understand which is greater or which is smaller. 4 is there, 4 is there, still we are not clear about it, which is greater and which is smaller. So therefore whole part does not help us in identifying which is greater and which is smaller here. Go to the decimal part, 0.5 and 0.1. Definitely 0.5 is greater than 0.1, and therefore this number, that is 24.561, is greater than 24.165. So compare the corresponding digits from left to right. By that we can know which is greater and which is smaller.